today I thought we were going to talk about the Daredevil show on Netflix because I have watched 5 episodes and I really need to talk about this shit right here, right now. So let's do that. So for anybody who doesn't know, Daredevil is basically about Matt Murdock, who when he's a child loses his sight in a horrible accident. But through that he kind of develops these super senses so he can smell better and hear better and all of that. And then when he grows up, he really want to change the city he lives in. And we then have ourselves a blind superhero. And it's awesome. One of the things that I really enjoy about this show is the fact that it's not only for Daredevil fans, and someone who doesn't know that much about Daredevil can still really enjoy it and be really intrigued and just really enjoy it without having to know everything that you need to know about Daredevil to watch it. This show is also very gritty, and it's violent, and it's bloody, and it's so human, and it's probably one of the most violent things coming out of the Marvel Cinematic Universe right at this moment. Like, it's so violent from time to time. Like, in the end of episode 2, it's this fight scene where Daredevil is just beaten down, and it's bloody, and he's just throwing punches everywhere, and it just really shows that he's still human, even though he has these super senses and he's really good at fighting. He's still only human and he can be defeated, and he do get his ass whooped from time to time. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, episode 3, that shit is crazy. It's so much blood and so much violence, and I really love it. And it's so well made. Everything is so well made. Like, for instance, the way that they show how his powers work. Like, it's a chain going against a pipe, or somebody loading a gun, or footsteps, and you kind of just see it the way that he hears it, I guess. And it's not this kind of sonar thingy that they went on with in the 2003 movie. And I'm really happy about that, I can say that. And I really enjoy the fact that they do flashbacks, like before he went blind and the relationship that he had with his dad, and also after he went blind. Just the fact that you have to keep watching if you're not a fan of Daredevil. You kind of have to keep watching to know everything that you need to know about him, and it's just very smart and very clever. And as I said, this show is very human and it's very gritty, and the color schemes in it are kind of like red and yellow. I think that might be because of the fact that he's going to wear his red suit later on in the show. As far as I have watched, he still wears the black pants and long sleeved and the kind of black mask he has over his eyes. And I don't really have a problem with that. I know a few people, when the trailer came out, they were like, oh, why he's not wearing the red suit? And I'm like, dude, if you were going to fight crimes, are you going to jump into a red suit and just punching people? And it has horns. Like, you have to be a little bit discreet in the beginning, right? I really like the fact that he doesn't wear the red suit right away, because it just kind of brings it down to a human level, I guess. Because of the fact that people don't usually jump into red spandex suits. It's probably not spandex, but you get what I'm saying. Suits that kind of just brings very much attention to you. And I also like the fact that it doesn't call him Daredevil. They called him Devil or Diablo, a Spanish guy who got his ass whooped. And I kind of like that because it also kind of doesn't make him Daredevil right away. Because that's probably how it would work in normal situation, I guess. The fight scenes doesn't look choreographed. Like, for instance, the fight scenes in like Avengers and all of those bigger movies, they all look good and everything, but it's still like gods and people in iron suits fighting, so it's not really the same thing. But here we just basically have a guy without any protection whatsoever. Even when he wins the fight, he has a black eye the next day, or he has cuts that needs to be stitched up and stuff like that, and he just brings it down to an even more human level, and it doesn't make it that big of a superhero show. It just makes it human, as I said. Like, I've said that like millions times now, but I just really enjoyed that aspect of this show. And I really like Charlie Cox as Daredevil. I think that he brings differences between Daredevil and Matt Murdock. Like, when he's Matt Murdock, he's Matt Murdock, and when he's Daredevil, he's Daredevil. Like, the mask kind of puts his new identity on, and I really like that. It's such a big difference between them. And I do really enjoy everybody in the show. I do think that some of the people playing some of the characters could be replaced with other people, but it's not like I'm like, you suck. It's not that. Eldon Hansen, who plays Foggy, he is like the comic relief of the show. I do feel like he could be played by somebody else. I don't really know who, but he could be played by somebody else. but he still does a good job in playing him, so it's not like I'm pointing him out as bad or anything. But I do think that he could be played by anyone. I do really enjoy seeing Deborah Ann Wool, I think you say her last name like that, in another thing but True Blood. I do think that I now have one of my new favorite TV shows on my hand, and I really need to finish the first season. Like now. So, yeah. I really like this show. Have you seen a few or all of the episodes of Daredevil on Netflix? What did you think about it? Do you enjoy it? So if you have seen anything, leave it in the comment section below because I would love to know. But that's all I have to say. Now I'm going to go see the 6th episode of this show. So thank you so much for watching. Be kind to one another and yourself, and I will see you in my next video. May the force be with you. Bye!